So hello class, welcome to Mr. Marashanya online lessons. Today I just want to do a quick revision on combined science in preparation for the exam that is going to be written tomorrow afternoon. So there are things that I'm going to share with you. Combined science, it consists of three sections. That is biology section, chemistry section, and physics section. So these three sections ndo dzauri kunobvunzwa mangwana. Okay, paper 1 vanokubvunza about these three sections: biology, chemistry, and physics. So iwewe kuti uve safe as you are going to prepare for the coming exam, unofanira kuziva matopics anowanika kubiology nema-possible questions anogona kubvunzwa kubiology per each and every question. Okay, so in biology we have number one topic. I'm going to list my topics ese ndokuudza kuti unoziva sei kuti vari kubvunza apa neapa neapa neapa. Saka number one kune topic yema-cells. Number 2 in biology kune inonzi plant nutrition, ndo panenge pachitaurwa photosynthesis there. Then number 3 pane topic human nutrition. Then number 4 pane topic human respiration. Then number 5 pane topic transport system in plants. Number 6 pane transport system in animals. Okay, then number 7 pane plant reproduction. Number 8 pane human reproduction. Number 9 pane health and disease. Saka ndiri kuexpecta kuti munhu wese ari kunyora bozongoda ari kunyora izvo kana uchizvionerepo uchisiya, that's madness. So write everything. Then aya ndo ma-questions ari kuuya 2024 November kucombined science. Saka ndichakuudza kuti zvinofamba sei. Ipapa pandatokuratidza ma-questions ari kutouya ipapa utostadha iwayo, and hazvimbonetsa izvozvo, hazvitombonetsa kana ka1. Saka tine ma-questions mangani? Ku-biology we have cells, plant nutrition, human respiration, transport system in plants, transport system in animals, and plant reproduction, human reproduction, health and disease. Ndo ma-questions ari kuuya kubiology. Pamatopic iwaya ari 9 pari kuuya matopic anotopikwa ipapa ari 9 akadai. Ini ndichakuudza kuti vari kupika api, wostadha iwayo nemapepa wana ari ipapo. Ndichakubatsira kustadha futi some of the questions zinouya ipapa, right? Then on chemistry ainambonyakura. They are going to ask you number 1 on separation. Pane ma-questions ari kutouya on separation. Number 2 pane ma-questions ari kuuya on matter under what. Number 3 pane ma-questions ari kuuya on acids and bases under what. Pane ma-questions ari kuuya. Number 4 pane ma-questions ari kuuya on industrial processes. Under what pane ma-questions ari kuuya on industrial processes. Either it's paper 1, either it's paper 2, either it's paper 3. But my questions are go here. Pama uya and choose a chemistry there. Then my questions are go again on redox reactions. Don't forget inonzi iyo organic chemistry. Yema hydrocarbons. Organic chemistry. My questions are go here on organic chemistry. Saka ku chemistry kuri nani pakuti kunongori nematopic 6. You'll be surprised ndakurowa macalculations ange vanchikudzwa saka vanoisa chakati nechakati apa ndokuratidza vanotokuratidza ipapa uchaona unotopinda uchizwa kuti vari kutoisa chakati nechakati. Then on physics, physics kune 10 matopic handitika. Kune number 1 data presentation, number 2 kune measurement, number 3 kune force, number 4 kune machines ari kutouya zvavo machines garai makagadzirira. Number 5 kune engines, petrol and diesel engine zviri kutouya izvizvi nemacarburetor. Then heat transfer iri kuuya inonzi energy and heat transfer. Number 7 kuri kuuya magnetism, and electromagnetism. Then number 9 kuri kuuya Ohm's law. Sorry, number 8. Number 8 kuri kuuya Ohm's law. Number 9 kuri kuuya electricity and electrostatics. Electricity and electrostatics. Then number 10 kuri kuuya electrical power and energy. Saka nyora toni ndikubatsire ndikuudze kuti unospota sei exam. Alright, ndoda tuone something ipapa tiri ipapa. Unongokaunda iwewe matopic ariko kubiology. Saka kuno kundichati total. Ndoda tuone zvinoitika. Ku section A paper 2. Section A paper 2. Vano choose 2 topics. 2 plus topics. This is section in reproductive biology chat. Vano choose 2 plus topics. Section B vano choose 3 plus topics. Ndikutaura paper 2 only. Then paper 1 vano choose 6 topics. Ngokupa calculations 6 topics. Saka isusu total number yema topics atinawo ku biology mangani. Ndaona kuti i9. Ndawo tuone this secret. Saka kureva kuti 5 matopic ari ku paper 2. Then pa 9 6 matopic ari ku paper 1. Izvi zvandiri kuudza izvi ndo zvauri kuwana zvirimo muexam. Saka zvazvinoreva ndezvekuti munhu anoziva macells ese ari kunoanza macells under what? Ndizvo zvandikutaura. Then number 2, munhu ari kuziva plant nutrition under what ari kunoianza. Paper 1 uchaianza. ukaipotsa paper 1 iri kuya paper 2. Hakuna zvokuti kwai haina kuzouya. Kupaper 1 uri kuanza 6 pa 9 ari papa 6 uri kundomaanza 6 matopic. Saka tongoti pamwe vasiya plant nutrition ne azviite kune 6 matopic ari kuuya. Saka study cells, study plant nutrition because pa 9 apa chiri kungosara kupaper 1 i3 matopic cheche ndo ari kusara, but 6 plus ari kuuya paper 1 mangwana masikati. Uchabuda uchindudza kuti kwauya 6 matopic. Saka iwe kana uchiziva 5 you are safe, wedzera 1 nhasi. Kuchemistry hakuna chiri kusara. Aishe kuseparation kune question iriko kupaper zvandotokudza izvo. Kuseparation kune question iriko paper 1 pameta wese apo unourayirwa ipapo. Zviya zvenucleic notation zviya zvekuti unopuwa yakati carbon yobva yati 12 yobva yati 6 wonzi tsvaka number of neutrons wobva wati mass number minus proton number hando matsvakatita maneutron number. Ichi chiripo mangwana ichi chiri kuuya chogona kunge chisina carbon ichi but chiri kuuya. Tonzwana maisotope andaikudza haya ataiti isusu maisotope maatom of the same type ane same proton number same neutron number but same electron number but different mass number and different neutron number. Maisotope ari kuuya, trust me, zvinhu zviri kuuya izvo. Ndo mapredictora unongoita bepa haanetse kana ari maacids nemabases akamingozo. Industrial process kuziva kuti ammonia inoproduced neindustrial process inonzi chii? Inonzi chii? Haber process. Raw materials anoshandiswa mazive, temperature inoshandiswa izive specifically kuti ammonia inoshandisa temperature ipi, conduct process inoshandisa temperature ipi, oxidation process inoshandisa temperature ipi. Saka pachemistry hatina chatiri kubvisa kana 1, zvese zviri kuuya. So patiri kuita revision yedu yepaper 1 tiri kubata questions anouya kuchemistry section. Uku kuphysics same nebiology 6 plus topics kurati 6 or more ari kuuya paper 2, 6 or more ari kuuya futi kupaper 1 kuphysics. Pane andasiya apa inonzi telecommunication iri kuuya zvakanakisa iri kunyazouya, ende ndichabva ndaisa video racho at the end of this one. Woteerera iroro iyi video asi kuti wapedza kunyora paper 1 uboti ndorelaxa zvangu ranga riri paper 1. Iwe tiri kuudza zviri kuuya even paper 2 titesa. Saka nawo haticha waste time. Ndakuinda patopic netopic ndichikuratidza maquestions anobvunzwa. Right, ndichatanga nechemistry, ndoenda biology, ndopedza nephysics. Right, tatanga nemaquestions anouya patopic yemacells. Andika? Number 1, we are going to try to answer together chibatsirana. Hemoglobin is a pigment found in the blood cell that carries hemoglobin chi, it carries what? Oxygen. But what is it? A red pigment inowanikwa muchi? Red blood cell. Saka basa rayo is to carry chi? Oxygen. Do you know kuti even hemoglobin ndo inopa blood its color? Haingorina basa rekukera oxygen, it also mixes with oxygen to form inonzi oxyhemoglobin. Saka be careful. This question, be careful. Maseuza. Shurubatika nditi? Let's go to the next question. Anzi. All right, next question. Hanzi, palisade cells, sorry, ndazitanga ma questions biology. Palisade cells have dash to enable photosynthesis. Palisade cell in here. Chlorophyll, that's correct. What is chlorophyll? Is a green pigment found on leaves, and inoita basa rei, it traps sunlight. Sunlight ichiita basa rei, convert carbon dioxide and water into starch and oxygen. Ziva zvese izvozvo, because amenoti ipapa vachabvunza chii chacho pane zvandataura ipapo. Chlorophyll is green pigment found on leaves, handitika inoita basa rei, it traps sunlight. Sunlight yoita basa rei, it converts carbon dioxide and water into oxygen and starch. Next one. Consumers are also called consumers. Komeza ndo final user. The end user. Decomposers. All right, I am a section B, don't write, I will give you this video. All right, here among my questions are identify structure P, draw how the palisade cell, describe how the palisade cell is adapted, kana vakati how the palisade cell is adapted. Inonanga chira kuti kudii vakura kuti tiudze ma characteristics ari pa palisade cell wotiudza zvakakoshera ndizvo ndima motoro musoro kuti palisade cell rine chi chlorophyll. Chlorophyll ichita basa re trapping sunlight. Zvinobatika so handisi kuda kufocus more on this one, toda kuti mudzidze mainly on paper one. Next question. Hans, which dietary component is not present in milk? Is not present. I said don't write. Let's discuss together. Student. Which is not present in milk is fiber, which makes B the correct answer. Right, which form of carbohydrates cannot be digested by human beings? Cannot be digested by human beings. You know, the cellulose. Right. Which form of carbohydrates cannot be digested by human beings? It's cellulose. What is the end product to the digestion of protein? Amino acids. That's true. Unofana kuzoziva kuti ma fatty acids ndoapi. Anditika? Iwo vakatongoti fat unoziva kuti machia. Glycerol, fats foods. Because ma fats anobudisa fatty acids and what? Glycerol. Glucose ndechi starch. Alright, the following are deficiency diseases except ma deficient diseases ndo api? Ma deficiency diseases ndio api? Caused by lack of an important nutrient. Saka ndei pari kunzi mamwese ndio kunze kwe marasmus. That's correct. No marasmus, I see. It's obesity. It's obesity. Right. A lack of iodine in a diet, it results in equation number by E.
Reduced mental and
physical growth. That's correct. Right. A positive test for starch would result in the following color changes. Brown. Ndangoti prack and ndauti ndo paper 3 iri kuuya. Ndangoti prack. Right, kungoradza kuti mapractical ndiri. Vanazotuka see vakati. Number 7. Which two substances are mixed in a burette test for proteins? Two substances.
It's food.
It's sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. Though are not burette test in burette test for proteins. kana zvikamixa ndozotestera the. Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Mr. Marashanya online lessons. Today I'm going to revise with you combined science, specifically working on paper 1. My questions at notarisira kuti anouya, and obviously my questions iwayo uchamaona arimo mu final examination yako. Number 1 question that we have, it says hemoglobin is a pigment found in blood cell that carries. The purpose of the hemoglobin found in the red blood cells is to carry oxygen, which makes B the correct answer. Question number 2. Palisade cells have dash to enable photosynthesis. Palisade cell, they have what we call chlorophyll, which enable photosynthesis. They have chlorophyll to enable the process of photosynthesis. And I told you that photosynthesis, it is a process whereby green plants make their own food with the help of sunlight and also carbon dioxide. And chlorophyll, it is a green pigment found on leaves and is very, very important for trapping sunlight. And after sunlight is being trapped, it converts water and carbon dioxide inside the leaf into starch and oxygen. So the correct answer for question number 2 is C. Number 3. Consumers are also called, which means they are asking you to give the other name for consumers. So consumers are also called heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. This is the other name for consumers, not decomposers. Okay. And also another thing that you need to know is that the producers, they are well known as autotrophs. So this question that I'm answering, we are both on geography and on science. Okay, so that's what you need to know for now. And you must also know that the heterotrophs, or what you call the consumers, can be classified by what they usually eat. They can be classified as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, or decomposers. Okay, so moving on to the next question, let me just touch 1 or 2 questions that will cover paper 2. Okay. All right, and the question that we have here, it says Fig 1.1 shows a palisade cell. As you can see, they are pointing the nucleus P and the cell vacuum. Identify the structure P. The structure P is well known as the chloroplasts. The chloroplasts is well known as the chloroplast. Okay. All right, describe how the palisade cell is adapted for its function. So the palisade cell, they are usually located towards the upper surface of the leaf, and that one, it enables them to absorb more sunlight needed for the process of photosynthesis. And another adaptation that you can talk about is that they have the palisade has many chloroplasts, and the fact that they have many chloroplasts, it enables them to facilitate or to promote the process of photosynthesis. Remember, if they are saying how something is adapted, in other words, they are saying, can you identify the point or the characteristic of that structure and give us the importance or the significance of that characteristics. Those are isusu in a many chloroplasts, which enables the process of what? Of photosynthesis. The cell has a large surface area which increase the area to absorb water and carbon dioxide. And also my palisade cells, they have many air spaces that allows entrance and exit of gases during photosynthesis. Moving on to the next question, explain why plants are placed at the base of an ecosystem. Why plants are placed at the base of an ecosystem? This question is similar to the question that they ask most of the time, saying why green plants are called producers. Because we know pa pyramid yedu kana yakadai so, chinofana kunge chiri pekutanga tanga apa. Anofanirwa kunge ari maproducer, something with the ability to produce its own food. So ndopauri kubvunza kuti why plants are placed at the base of the ecosystem. Why? Because my plants are autotrophs, or they are producers that can manufacture their own food through the process called what? Photosynthesis. And after we place the plants at the base of the ecosystem, it is going to be followed by herbivores or omnivores as the primary what? As the primary consumers. So the reason why we place our plants at the base is that because they produce their own food through the process called photosynthesis. Name and explain any two physical components of an ecosystem. My physical components of an ecosystem are also well known as abiotic components of an ecosystem in geography, and in combined science they refer them as physical components of an ecosystem. When we are talking about physical components, we are talking about the soil, we are also talking about water, we are also talking about temperature, and also if you want you can include humidity, right? And they are saying name and explain. Explain, it means tell us the importance of soil in the ecosystem, tell us the importance of water in the ecosystem, tell us the importance of temperature in the what? In the ecosystem, and also the importance of humidity in an ecosystem. Okay, and the importance of soil is that it is the medium of plant growth, it is the medium of plant growth, and water is very, very important for life sustainability. There is nothing that can survive without water. Even trees, they cannot what? Survive. And humidity, being the amount of water vapor in the air, it is a very, very important, okay, in the ecosystem. And also the temperatures, they are also important in the ecosystem, right? Even for kuti kunyanya upisa zvinopromote the process of photosynthesis, and also it also promotes transpiration and so forth. Identify any two human activities which cause a threat to biodiversity. Two human activities which causes threat to biodiversity, right? Kune zvinorarama zvakagadzira the ecosystem. Two activities ari kuitwa nevanhu anogona kudestroya the biodiversity or the ecosystem. Number one, hunting activity. You can disturb. Hunting what? Hunting activities, right? And number two, it's pollution. Yeah, through industrial developments, they can pollute the environment. Okay, all right. Define the following terms. Define the following terms. A food web. A food web, it is a feeding relationship in nature made up of different interrelated food chain. That's what you call a food web, right? And a food chain is a feeding relationship where there is a movement of energy, or what we call food, along the different links of organisms feeding on one another. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let's move on and talk about other questions that might come in paper one. Right, moving on to other questions on human nutrition. Which dietary component is not present in milk? Which dietary component is not present in milk? Fiber is not present. We cannot find fiber in milk, which makes B the correct answer. Which form of carbohydrates cannot be digested by human beings? Form of carbohydrates that cannot be digested by human beings, it's what you call cellulose. It's what you call cellulose. Number three, what is the end product to the digestion of protein? So protein is usually protein, they are being digested by enzyme, or they are being broken down by enzyme called protease. And after the breaking down of proteins by enzyme called protease, what we are going to get is amino acids. Amino acids. Amino acids. Glucose, we are going to get glucose after the breaking down of carbohydrates. Yeah, after the breaking down of carbohydrates by an enzyme called carbohydrates. And these two here, fatty acids and glycerol, we are going to get them after the breaking down of fats by the action of enzyme called lipase. Yeah, we are going to produce this. Number four, the following are the deficiency diseases except. So let me just explain what we call a deficiency disease. When you are talking about a deficiency disease, we are talking about diseases caused by lack of an important nutrient. Disease is caused by lack of an important nutrient. Why am I saying so? Because the deficiency, it means lack, it means scarcity. So the correct answer for number four is C, which is a good example of the following are the deficient diseases, except this one is a deficiency disease. This goiter is a deficiency disease, and kwashiorkor is also a deficiency disease. But obesity, it is not a disease caused by lack, because obesity, it is the condition of being overweight, and mostly it is a result of too much intake of carbohydrates. Okay. And also marasmus, it is caused by lack of carbohydrates, lack of fats, lack of vitamins. Goiter, it is caused by lack of iodine. And kwashiorkor, it is a result of deficiency or scarcity or lack of what you call protein. So the correct answer for number four, it was supposed to be C. Next question. Lack of iodine in a diet results in the Tauro one: night blindness, soft bones, bleeding gums, reduced mental and physical development. So the correct answer for question number five, it was supposed to be D. It was supposed to be D, reduced mental and physical development. Right? Right, number six, a positive test for starch would result in the following color changes: blue to brown, no; blue to purple, no; brown to purple, no; brown to blue black. Correct. The correct answer is D. Which two substances are mixed in a burette test for proteins? Which two substances are mixed in a burette test for proteins? Number one, sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate. Yeah, this one's correct. Sodium hydroxide, no, no, no. So the correct answer was supposed to be A. Give an example of a reducing sugar. Example of a reducing sugar is glucose. It is glucose. The following are functions of the liver in the digestive system process, except the function of liver is to emulsify fats. Do we have that one? Store food produced by liver is to produce bile. Yeah, that is the function of liver, which absorbs food from the small intestine. The following are functions of the liver in the digestive process, except ones except. Sorry. If they are saying except, this one is wrong. Absorbs food from the oil. In a tamangwe, yes, my functions accept this one. Accept this one, which makes it the correct answer. So mangwe are correct. Chemicals produced by the body in order to help digest food are called, ndiwo anonzi ma-enzymes. Ndoatachiti anoproducwa aya anozoita emulsify, breaking down fats, breaking down all those nutrients. Okay, so they are well known as enzymes. Those are chemicals produced by the body in order to help digestion of food in the body. Number 11. How does bile help in the digestive system? Do that it emulsify what? Fats, which makes A the correct answer. convert proteins into amino acids. No, what convert proteins into amino acids? It's protease, right? And what convert starch into glucose inoenda through stages akasiyana siyana. Panotanga paenda enzyme inonzi amylase yobva yaenda kumaltose. Tichibva ipapo pozoita enzyme ine acta on maltose inonzi maltase yozotipa glucose. All right. In which part of the alimentary canal is water absorbed back into the body? In which part of the alimentary canal is water absorbed back into the body? So the correct answer for number 12 is large intestine. Do you know facilitated the absorption of water? Which food component should be given in large quantities to old age? Vanofana kupuwa vitamins to old age. They must get vitamins. Okay. What color shows a positive taste to proteins using albastic? Using albastic, the correct answer there is A, which is green. It will show a green color. A positive test for using iodine shows that color. Shows what color? It shows blue black. It makes this one A, the correct answer. So this is testing for starch. Okay, this is testing for starch. I don't think. Let me just go through some questions here. All right, structured questions. We have described the Benedict test for glucose. Guys, for this one, you can just also revise on your own. Okay, I think these are other questions. As for now, I'm doing paper 1 revisions. Okay. All right, the next question that we're having here says, in the test for starch, what color does the solution turn if the starch is present? It turns blue black. It turns blue black. Question divider. Which one of the following equations best represent the process of photosynthesis? Water ne carbon dioxide? No. Water ne oxygen yaite. Water and carbon dioxide, yeah. Oxygen carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide and water, sunlight over chlorophyll, then light, oxygen. What? Water, oxygen, sunlight, chlorophyll, carbohydrates and oxygen. Water and carbon dioxide, light, oxygen. No, apatarambira oxygen apa tikarambira this one. Itairambira kuti iri kuti oxygen vai. Yaite. Saka inoita ndeipi? C is the correct answer. Yeah. Because then not carbon dioxide plus water, sunlight over chlorophyll equal to carbohydrates plus oxygen. Which conditions are necessary for photosynthesis to take place? This one is number 2. So C is the correct answer. Question number 3. Which conditions are necessary for photosynthesis to take place? Light, oxygen, no. Oxygen is not. Oxygen, temperature, no. Chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. Something like that. Carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light. Correct. So the most appropriate answer is D. How is the leaf adapted for photosynthesis? It has a network of veins to transport water. Each of one. Let's see other questions. It turns blue black. No. It has roots to absorb. No. It is the main. No. The correct answer is A. Right. Number 5. What do you understand by the term xylem vessels? Xylem vessels are part of the phloem vessel. No. Xylem vessels carry sugars from the roots of the plant to the leaves. No. Xylem vessels transport water and mineral salts from the roots to the leaves. Yeah, that's correct. Number C is correct. All right, let's see other questions. What is photosynthesis? You can just answer on your own these questions, guys, or to just view some of our videos. Ataka upload of that. Right, next question that we're having. Which organ is responsible for gaseous exchange in the body? apa manje unogona kuchoose lungs because iyo chaiyo iri responsible ma-alveolar, but apa unokutochoose ma-lungs, and it can just say lungs. Right, the exchange of gases takes place in tiny sacs called the alveoli, which makes you see the correct answer for number 2. Let me see. The exchange of gases takes place in tiny sacs called. So that's correct. This one is the correct answer. Yeah. Bacteria and fungi produce alcohol and carbon dioxide using. Bacteria and fungi produce alcohol and carbon dioxide using lactic acid fermentation. That is the process there. Lactic acid fermentation. Number 4, cellular respiration. It takes place in the nose. That's where it takes place. It takes place in the nose. The following are the byproducts of anaerobic respiration. Pekutanga takapuwa chizhia, carbon dioxide, alcohol and energy. No? Lactic acid and energy. That's correct here. Yeah, this one is correct. Water, carbon dioxide and energy. No. Glucose, water and energy. No. So the correct answer is this one. Which type of respiration take place in the absence of oxygen? Inonzi anaerobic. Inonzi anaerobic. Because the word anaerobic inotongoreva kuti in the absence of oxygen. It means in the absence of oxygen. And these are structured questions. They are now asking you to give the differences between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So anaerobic, this is the respiration that occurs in the absence of oxygen, and aerobic, it is respiration that takes place in the presence of oxygen. That is the first difference there, right? And also in anaerobic respiration, it releases less energy, whilst aerobic respiration, it releases more energy. Okay, that is the difference there. Other questions you can just answer on your own. During cellular respiration, glucose and X react to produce carbon dioxide, water and energy. So glucose and X, it must be oxygen. Yeah, it must be oxygen, because cellular respiration in the presence of oxygen, so it must be oxygen. All right, 2 structural adaptations of the alveolus to its function. Alveolus it have a thin wall that allows gases to diffuse quickly, and also alveolus it has a layer of moisture in gases that dissolve to speed up the process of gaseous exchange. And also always it is surrounded by network of capillaries to accelerate gaseous what? Exchange. Okay. And also you can say it is millions of tiny alveoli to create a large surface area for maximum diffusion and gaseous exchange. Okay. Describe how the process of gaseous exchange takes place in the alveolus. Each lung has millions of tiny alveolus providing a large surface area for the diffusion of oxygen and also carbon dioxide. And the alveolus, they have what you call a network of capillaries surrounded each alveoli in order to allow free exchange of gases between the alveolus and the blood. And we have what we call inhaled air that contains a lot of oxygen, which will then dissolve in the moist lining of the alveolus, and oxyhemoglobin is then formed when oxygen it diffuses or mixes across the walls of the alveolus into the walls of the capillaries, and it combines with the hemoglobin in the red blood cell. I don't want to explain this. The difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing, it is taking in and out of air into the lungs, and the respiration, it is the exchange of gases between the cell and its surrounding. That is the main difference between breathing and Respiration. What breathing is taking in and out of the air into the lung, and respiration, it is the exchange of gases between the cell and its environment. And also what breathing, it takes place in the lungs, whereas respiration, it takes place between the cells. So that's it. Moving on to another section where we are going to talk about paper 1 questions. All right, the first question, it says, what is transpiration? What is transpiration? A, they are saying a process whereby plants manufacture. No. A process whereby plants lose water from the leaves. Standby. Movement of water and mineral salts. No. Movement of sugars. So the correct answer there is B, which is process whereby my plants lose water vapor from the leaves into the atmosphere. What other factors apart from humidity affect the rate of water loss in plants? Apart from some factors that affect the rate of transpiration and it. Right, saka humidity no affect, but what other factors apart from that one? Number of leaves. Number of leaves are affected. Hairs on leaf surface. So affect us. Temperature, wind and light is what affect as recession. But water, carbon dioxide and temperature, water affect. Chlorophyll, sunlight, hairs on the leaf are affected. So the correct answer is B. What is the correct scientific term used to refer to a plant cell which is full of water? So the scientific term ratinoshandisa ku refer to a plant cell that is full of water rinonzi that plant is 2GD, but kana risina mvura, when that plant is lacking water, it is called plasmolysis. Plasmolysis, not plasmolysis. Right? How is the leaf adapted for transpiration? It has a cuticle on its surface. Yeah, it sounds good, this answer. It has veins and stomata that transport water. No. It is green in color. No. It has a thin surface. This one is the correct answer. What happens if you put a piece of potato in sugar solution? If you put a piece of potato in sugar solution. Number one, it gains water and becomes sweet. No. It tastes sugary. No. It loses water and becomes flaccid. That is correct. That piece of potato, it will lose water and it becomes flaccid. That is very, very true. Nothing changes. Structured questions. What do you understand by the following terms? Plasmolysis cell. A plasmolysis cell, it is when the cell loses its turgidity or when the cell loses its water. Don't know the plasmolysis cell. Is when a plant cell loses water. Then turgidity is when a cell gains water. Then plasmolysis, it is a process when plant cell lose water after being placed in a solution that is a higher concentration of solids than the cell does. Okay, next question. Why is the transpiration an important process in plants? In other words, they are saying outline the importance of transpiration. Number one, transpiration is crucial for uptake of water and minerals. Number two, it helps in cooling the plant. Number three, it also helps in. Right. Next question. What conditions can favor an increase in the rate of transpiration? Zvisisai guys, tiri kubvunza ma factors, but ndezvipi zvinowedzera manje the rate? Pane low humidity. So humidity being the amount of water vapor in the air, inofana kunge iri low, so that transpiration inova high. Pane high light intensity. Saka ukasira vana high nana low hauna zvauri kutaura because tiri kuda ari ku increase, that increases. Okay, high light intensity. Then we also have high wind speed. You can write high wind speed. Even high temperature rate, high wind speed. even high temperature inoita. Okay, that's it. Right, moving on to other questions. Which method of propagation is used in Irish potato? The method of propagation used in Irish potato or development Irish potato, it is called a tuber. It is called a tuber. Cuttings is for sugar again, right? Then the following are conditions necessary for germination except, please take note of this word, except oxygen iribo, temperature iribo, though vachifana kuti have suitable temperature, water iribo, but carbon dioxide is not, so E is the correct answer. Right, which of the following is not a characteristic of an insect pollinated flower? Is not, please take note of this word, this is the keyword, is not a characteristic of an insect. Nectar production, a characteristic. Strong scent, a characteristic. Bright petals, a characteristic. Right, feathery stigma. Yeah, feathery stigmas. Feathery stigmas, they are found on wind pollinated flower. After germination, the plumule it develops into. After germination, the plumule it develops into the shoot system. Into the shoot system. A plant with seeds containing a single cotyledon is called a. Single, it means one. Single cotyledon is called a plant with seeds containing a single cotyledon is called right. And the next question, a single it means one. Single it means one. So the correct answer, it must be mono, because mono means one. It must be monocotyledon. Okay. Right, moving on to the next questions. Here, Toma, questions on section B. State any two differences between the structure of an insect pollen flower and the wind pollen flower. I think these ones you can just answer them on your own. I think it's clear. Mayborn calculations are for germination. A farmer planted 80 bean seeds, right? 80 bean seeds, 60 of the seeds germinated. Then calculate the percentage germination. So the seeds germinated, which is 60 over the seeds planted, 80 times 100 for you to get the percentage. So by 2 you're going to get 3 by 2, 4 into this one, it will be 25. So 3 times this one, you're going to get 75. Just for the sake of calculation, because these questions again they came in paper 1. That's why I'm going to working out this one. Seeds germinated over seeds planted times 100. You're going to get the percentage germination. On the next question, which of the following is not true? Blood flows in an anti-clockwise direction. Is not true. This one is true. Blood carries carbon dioxide only to the body. In a match. This is not true. It doesn't carry carbon dioxide only. But because of this one, blood is important for regulating body temperature. Blood produces white blood cells to fight against the disease. This is very correct. Which of the following is responsible for carrying oxygen to the body tissues? Responsible for carrying oxygen? Arteries. Yeah. Vein. No. Right, is a common structure with arteries and veins. Is a common structure that is, in other words, they're saying is common structure that is found in arteries and also found in veins. It is a lumen. It is a lumen. Right, blood circulation system is called a double circulatory system because blood circulatory system, it is called double circulatory system because the heart has two sides. The heart has two valves that pump blood to the body. No, it's in a mess. Blood has to enter the heart twice to complete the cycle. That is correct. Blood has to enter the heart twice to complete a cycle. That's why it is called double circulation. Every time the heart has to pump, it completes 2 cycles. No, so the correct answer there is C. In the left side of the heart, blood it contains. In the left side of the heart, blood it contains oxygen. It contains oxygen. Oh, sorry. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It contains oxygen. That is the correct answer here. So these are some of the questions that you can just discuss here. I'm giving almost everything, giving you everything. Right, moving on to the next question. Tick the most appropriate answer. A zygote is a sperm? No, is a fertilized egg. It is a fertilized egg, which makes B the correct answer. The sac of skin that protects the testes, it is called the scrotum. Where does fertilization takes place in humans? It takes place in the oviduct. Ndo panonosangana sperm cell ne ovule, a mature egg. Which method of contraception is the best to use? It best is abstinence kurega because mamu ese they are not 100%. What is the main disadvantage of using a male condom as a method of contraception? The disadvantage, it prevents fertilization. Yeah, the condom may break, though it prevents it. It is not reliable. So for number 5, I can take this one. With condom, it can break. What is the main function of the female reproductive system? Is to make sure, or is to play a successful role of fertilization. Identify the part of the female reproductive system where the fetus develops. The fetus, it develops in the uterus, and the sperm is deposited by the penis kupi kwacho into the vagina. Give to draw and label the structure of a sperm cell and an ovum. A sperm cell and an ovum. So let me just show you. So here is the structure of a sperm cell, and this is the structure of an ovum. Okay, I think you assisted. And the next question that we're having, it says give 2 differences and 1 similarity between the sperm cell and an ovum. Zvakasiyana zvipi apo. An ovum is a small spherical cell with a nucleus, cytoplasm, and thick membrane, whereas the sperm cell is a single cell with oval-shaped head. The ovum is larger than the sperm. That's another than the sperm. That's another difference there. Then also similarity, they both contains the nucleus. Explain why the estrogen level drops on day 14. The estrogen level, it drops mostly on day 14 because the ovum would have been released. That's why it drops. Lists 2 substances that are exchanged through the placenta between the baby and mother. Pan exchange of oxygen, glucose, amino acids, antibodies, salts, waste, and also other substances. Right, moving on to another question. Malaria is caused by bacteria, protozoa, germs, virus. It is caused by protozoa. B is the correct answer. Typhoid is a disease caused by a virus. Waterborne disease, congenital disease, tropical disease. It is a waterborne disease. Victims of Ebola usually show signs of, right? They usually show signs of internal and external bleeding. That is correct. Ill mental health, diarrhea, skeletal muscle damage. No, they show internal and external bleeding. A is the correct answer for number 3. Number 4, cholera can be controlled by. eating healthy food, spraying indoors, no? Personal hygiene, closing dark corridors. Inonyanya kubatsiridza, it's personal what? Hygiene. If you start practicing personal hygiene, that's where you can stop cholera or control cholera. All right. So these are other questions. You can just start them on your own. Right, another question here. Which of the following is not an advantage of breastfeeding? Contains antibodies advantage. It is readily available advantage. It has a correct temperature advantage. It does not have the ability to resist a disease. This one is the correct answer. It's not an advantage. Choose the term that describes a vaccine. Vaccine inouya through inonziyo artificial immunity. Define immunity. Immunity is the ability of an organism to resist diseases and infection. Those are immunity. Describe how natural and artificial immunity work to protect our bodies from falling. Natural immunity, it occurs when the body mostly releases antibodies to fight pathogens when it has been invaded. Then artificial immunity, it occurs when a person is injected with dead pathogen that stimulate the production of dead antibodies. Then explain how infants acquire immunity. Yeah, my infant, they acquire immunity through breastfeeding. They can acquire immunity through immunization and also natural immunity.